It's match day at Celtic Park. Tonight, the Hoops take on Roma in a massive Europa League clash, and Wilfried Nancy is under serious pressure to get his first win. Austin Trusty has issued a passionate plea to the fans. Gordon Strachan has weighed in on all the Nancy criticism, and you won't believe what Nancy's mum told him after his first week. Plus, Celtic have issued an important matchday update for tonight. Big European night ahead. But first, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Celtic have issued a brief update ahead of tonight's Europa League clash against Roma, advising supporters of a potential temporary closure around part of the stadium during the away fans' access phase. The Italian supporters are flying into Glasgow for the second time this season after already emerging victorious from Glasgow's south side. The southeast concourse between the A gates and Kinloch Street may be closed for a short period this evening. Any closure is expected to be brief, with the club aiming to minimise disruption. Supporters are advised to approach the stadium from the side where their seat is located, where possible, to ease congestion and assist with crowd management. The match is sold out, with a full house expected at Parkhead for what is a crucial European night for Wilfried Nancy's side. It's a really tough match for the new manager. He needs 4 points in 3 games to take Celtic to the knockout stages, with Utrecht visiting and an away day to Bologna in January. Points here would be massive for Celtic, but the side that sits fourth in the Serie A will be no pushovers, despite losing back-to-back matches heading into this one. Can Wilfried Nancy get his first win in the Hoops dugout? Now for the main story, as Austin Trusty has issued a passionate plea to the Celtic faithful ahead of tonight's massive Europa League clash with Roma. The USA international is well aware of the pressure of playing for the Scottish champions and understands there will already be talk of the new manager's abilities after he lost his opening game in the dugout against Hearts. Trusty, who played the full 90 in that loss, has spoken about what tonight's result could do for confidence ahead of the European night under the lights. Nancy's first continental game in charge of the Hoops doesn't come tougher than this, with Roma having won their last 2 games in the competition while sitting fourth in Serie A. There would be no better way to galvanise a fan base than by beating a side who tasted European glory only a few years ago. The 27-year-old has been a mainstay in the team again, featuring 13 times so far this season, and will be hoping to catch the eye of Nancy and retain his place in the starting lineup. I'm just asking fans to get behind the team tonight. We need the atmosphere, we need that 12th man, Trusty said. This is a huge opportunity for us to turn things around and show what we're capable of under the new manager. The Hoops won their last game in the Europa, a historic 3-1 win over Feyenoord in Rotterdam in what was Martin O'Neill's final European match in charge of the club, and now they host Roma in tonight's 8 p.m. kickoff in matchday 6 of the competition. In other news, Austin Trusty has slammed the overreaction to Wilfried Nancy's use of a tactics board during the Hearts' defeat. The sight of Nancy coaching from the touchline with a physical board sparked headlines and criticism in some quarters, with pundits and online chatter focusing more on the delivery method than the actual football. It's absolutely mad, and some people need to take a step away from their keyboard and take a deep breath. Trusty, speaking ahead of Celtic's Europa League tie against Roma, expressed surprise that such a routine coaching method had become a talking point. Some people are visual learners, he said to the Herald. You can talk to them and explain things, but some people are visual learners. Using a tactics board is a way to have people clearly see exactly what you want, instead of trying to speak to them during a game when the crowd is in the stands and it's really loud. It's nothing crazy. Coaches have been using tactics boards for years. The reaction to Nancy's in-game coaching has been overblown. Real-time tactical adjustments are celebrated elsewhere, but when done at Celtic Park, they somehow become a source of mockery. The odds have never been stacked so heavily against a manager. Hopefully, he comes out on top. It's disappointing to see Celtic supporters jump on the pile on, but that's the influence that the mainstream media can have. In other news, it's been just 7 days since Wilfried Nancy took charge of Celtic, and the new manager is already feeling the full weight of the job, so much so that even his own mum has voiced her concerns. Nancy will lead the Hoops into a sold-out Parkhead tonight as Celtic face Roma in a crucial Europa League clash. It's the first full house in the competition this season and comes with plenty on the line. Celtic still need at least 4 points from their final 3 league matches to have a chance of progressing to the knockout rounds. After a 2-1 defeat to Hearts in his first game in charge, Nancy knows the pressure is already mounting, but it's not just fans and pundits paying attention. His family have been watching closely too. My mum told me I had bags under my eyes, Nancy revealed to the Herald. I told her I just came in, had jet lag, and was trying to anticipate everything. Again, this is part of our job. I'm excited by it, and I try to stay at peace with myself and open my eyes to understand the culture. My mum must have read a lot of things because she thinks I can't take care of myself. Listen, My family know this is part of the job. It's a small insight into the personal toll of managing a club the size of Celtic, particularly under the current spotlight. Nancy has shown calm in the face of scrutiny so far, but with European football on the line and fans demanding a response, the intensity is unlikely to let up anytime soon, bags or no bags. He has a big but tough opportunity to ease some pressure against Roma, but the big match is the cup final on Sunday. Lastly, Gordon Strachan has weighed in on the chaotic start to Wilfried Nancy's reign at Celtic, and he's delivered some words of encouragement for the under fire manager. Strachan knows all about the pressure that comes with the territory of the job, having enjoyed a successful spell as Hoops boss across 4 seasons. And after a week of hysteria from people in the media regarding Nancy, he has shared his views on the Frenchman's early tenure at the club. The former Scotland boss can relate closer to Nancy than perhaps anyone. In his first competitive game in charge in 2005, his Celtic side suffered a shock 5-0 defeat to Artmedia Bratislava. He appeared on the Open Goal podcast and spoke about Wilfried Nancy's tactics board, which he was using in the dugout during the 2-1 defeat at home to Hearts, his first match in charge. If you're 2-0 up, nobody bothers. What happens at 2-0 up? Oh, genius, he's got a board. Everything's blown out of proportion in Glasgow. It doesn't matter what you're doing. When you come to Celtic, you think you know what's coming. You don't. It's manic, the stress. The 68-year-old also spoke about the timing of Nancy's appointment, where his first 3 fixtures were against Hearts Roma tonight and a League Cup final against St Mirren this Sunday. There's never a great time to take over, never the perfect time. Much was also made of Nancy's formation and setup in his opening match. He switched to his preferred formation of a 3-4-2-1 hybrid, and the Hoops started the game brightly, but just lacked that cutting edge in the final third. You talk about systems, there's not a system that guarantees you a win. It comes down to good players. If Celtic had finished those chances in the first couple of minutes, then the game's different. You wouldn't have said at the beginning that the system was all wrong. It's human error. Strachan's son, Gavin, has been a first-team coach at the Hoops since 2020 and remains one of the few backroom team members to still be at the club after Martin O'Neill. It's words of encouragement for Nancy from someone who has first-hand experience of the goldfish bowl mentality that exists in Glasgow when it comes to football. So here's my question for you. Do you think Wilfried Nancy can get his first win tonight against Roma, or is it too soon for him to turn things around? What's your score prediction? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Thank you, take care, goodbye.